call this regular meeting of the Coralville City Council to order. It is December 23rd, 2025. Could I have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Knutson.
Here.
Vogelsang. Here. Wynn.
Here.
Peterson. Here. Goodrich.
Here.
All council members are present, as is the mayor, the city clerk, the city administrator, the city attorney, and several other staff in the audience. I would entertain a motion to amend the agenda, removing item SI on the consent calendar.
Move to amend the calendar to remove the item SI from calendar.
Okay, have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I don't know where that is.
Oh, it's on the consent. The consent.
S-I?
S, and then there's like.
Okay, I'm sorry, I just wanted to look first.
Yeah.
There's two items on it.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
two.
thank
There's
you.
an I and then-
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
There's an
Thanks.
I and there's a double I.
I needed
Correct.
time. Thank you.
Yes, so I would entertain a motion to approve the amended agenda. Moved by Nguyen, could I get a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The amended agenda is approved. Next item, community comments. This is a time for community members to speak to us about items that aren't on the agenda or items that are on the agenda that are not subject to a public hearing. Is there anyone that would like to address us this evening? Okay, then we will move on to our next item. Turf and horticulture contracts. This is for a one-year extension for both turf and horticulture contracts with a 3% increase in service fees, and this would add 2 additional areas in both contracts. Could I have the resolution read, please?
Resolution approving the option to extend the turf and horticultural contracts with Quality Care and Craig's Lawn and Landscaping. This resolution introduced for adoption by Councilmember Knutson, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. All right, and we have our Parks and Rec Director here to give us a little bit of information about this item.
Thank
Take it
you,
away.
Madam Mayor. I don't often get to speak from this position here. So we have been working with Quality Care and Greg's Landscaping on several turf areas that we contract. That would include all of Coral Ridge Avenue, all of Highway 6, and the Iowa River Landing non-CAM areas. And you had those in your packet to kind of review those areas. We, in our 2024 bid, we also had a provision in that contract if they were doing good work for us and completed successful 2 years, that we could add an extension to their contract, and we were recommending that we do that. And that will take us out into the end of 2026 through November. We actually write this contract for a 9-month contract and do all of the trash pickup through the winter months. We started that when we did some, we needed some cost savings, and when we rebid this contract back during right after COVID.
All right, thank you for that overview. Does anyone have any questions, or is there any discussion on this item?
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is it an automatic 3% like every time we renew the contract? Is it an ask, or we just automatically just?
The way Alex did it was figured out the how it was negotiated from 24 to 25, looked back at history and negotiated it that way.
Thank you.
Awesome. Any other questions?
The non-CAM, what's that mean again?
So we have in the Iowa River Landing, we have both common area maintenance areas, which if you think about coming down East 9th Street and you take everything to the north, and then a little bit of East 2nd Avenue to the south, that is all common area maintenance, and all of those businesses pay into that fund. And the city contracts with the Watts Group to manage all of that, and they manage the contract for that. We, the city staff, manage everything from I call it the clock tower fountain out in front of the Marriott, and then along Quarry, and down then back along East 7th and kind of to that south area. And that's what we call the non-CAM.
So what's being added?
Let me look. So
It says DDI.
DDI is the diverging diamond. So the diverging diamond gets added to this contract.
And that's a non-CAM
And that would be an
area.
Eye River Landing, but non-CAM
Okay.
ad.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Could I have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Vogelsang.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Knutson.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes. Next item, ArenaCo financial agreements. This resolution is for approving agreements necessary to unwind and terminate various agreements with ArenaCo and the investment fund that were needed to obtain funding via the new market tax credit program. Could I have the resolution read, please?
Resolution approving the unwinding of the new market tax credits and authorizing the execution of various documents in connection with the termination of the new market tax credit program. This resolution introduced for adoption by Councilmember Vogelsang, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Peterson. Do we have any comments or discussion on this item?
Mayor, just a reminder that was a federal program, that the net benefit to the arena and the city was approximately $4 million. And that was covered a 7-year time period, and so the 7 years is up. And so next Monday, December 29th, we will close out all of those agreements between the various entities. And it'll just be now an agreement between the city and ArenaCo.
Okay. Thank you for that overview. Does anyone else have any questions or comments or thoughts?
Yeah, what are the implications for our budget as we go into next year?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's what I wanted to hear.
There's the city has to pay a $1,000 put fee, which takes out the loans, which was originally budgeted for, and that closes out, is the payment to the company that holds the loans.
Any other questions? Okay, could I have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Quinn.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Knutson.
Aye.
Vogelsang.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes. Next item, Third Amendment to Iowa River Landing lease agreement. So we have a couple of parts to this agenda item. The first is a temporary space currently occupied by Lululemon. And this will, Evereve I'm confused about what this is. Okay, but basically they're switching spaces so
So-
that Evereve can remodel and then Evereve is going to move back, is essentially what it is. Yes.
So
Yes.
Lululemon will have to move first to their new
Yes, and
permanent,
then they
larger
will-
space.
Yeah.
Then Evereve will move to the old Lululemon
Okay,
space,
yeah.
and then Evereve will remodel and
then
move back.
Yeah,
Yes.
I knew there was a lot of moving parts with this
Yes,
one,
there
so
is.
yes. So let's take it away with the first resolution, please.
Resolution approving Third Amendment to the lease agreement with Evereve, Inc. This resolution introduced for adoption by Councilmember Quinn, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Vogelsang. All right, now that we understand it a little bit better with all the moving parts, does anybody have any questions or discussion?
Just to clarify that this is because due to the expansion of both
Yep,
company.
yes.
Pretty
Which is a good
expensive
thing.
lease agreement.
Yeah, this one's $20 a square foot, triple net, and Lululemon will be paying $33 a square foot, triple net. So they're probably doing okay.
I got one question. Does that fill all the vacant spots then?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Lululemon takes all 3 stores spaces.
Well, there's still a vacant, I think, across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the ones by Wine Style, those 3, yeah.
All right, any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Peterson.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Knutson.
Aye.
Vogelsang.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes. Now for the second resolution.
Resolution approving the Third Amendment to lease agreement with Lululemon USA, Inc. This resolution introduced for adoption by Councilmember Peterson, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Wynn. Any questions or comments on this item? Okay, Roll call, please.
Councilmember Goodrich.
Aye.
Knutson.
Aye.
Vogelsang.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes. And our next item, we have our board and commission appointments. So before we get to the motion, I just want to say thank you to everyone who applied. We had some really awesome applicants. I'm really happy to see that we're getting more and more applicants. Have been times when I've been mayor that we haven't had any, and we've had to re-advertise the spots until we got applications in. Fortunately, that is no longer the case. We have some really great folks. And if you were somebody that applied and you didn't get appointed this time, please keep your eyes peeled for new opportunities. Sometimes there are openings in the middle of the year that you can apply for, and usually we look at these every year at about this time. And I would just also say that if you're looking for more ways to get involved, there are all kinds of different committees you can be a part of for different things that we do, things like the Fourth Fest Committee, Fry Fest. There's lots of different ways that you can get involved with different things around the community. Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion to approve these recommendations.
So moved.
Moved by Peterson. I heard you too. Could I get a second?
Second.
Seconded by Wynn. This is just a voice vote, so all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The appointments are approved. Okay, excellent. And last but not least, I would entertain a motion to approve the amended consent calendar.
So move.
Moved by Wynn. Could I get a second?
Second.
And could I have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Knutson.
Aye.
Vogelsang.
Aye.
Quinn.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
The consent calendar is approved, all ayes. Okay, next up, city administrator's report.
Just one comment that I'll go back to in regards to the item in regards to the new market tax credits and the question. It does affect our books in that all of those loans get collapsed. And so one of the things that we're working with our auditor is to put together a narrative for, especially our bond counsel, or not our bond, our rating agencies that review our books. So, because that'll be a big, large change when you no longer have all of those loans on your books. And so we want to make sure that we could provide them all very good information in regards to that. And then from a net standpoint on our budget, the positive thing is we won't have to have all the consultants that every year had to do extra work with those loans. So that'll be another positive. Just a couple things, Mayor. First, just like to thank you for all your service for over the years, and really appreciate all the efforts that you have put into this position and for the city in general. So thank you. And just wish everybody a happy holiday. Oh, the other item I was going to mention, and maybe you can do it on your time, Kevin, in regards to the new law, public meetings, and that you'll be doing that. So
I'll do that under mine then.
Okay. All right.
that's it, Mayor.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Mayor's report. Well, tonight is my last meeting, and just wanted to say thank you to everyone. Obviously, thank you to the community for trusting me, for electing me. I know that it is kind of, a little bit overdone and a little bit cheesy to say, humbled and honored, but it really has been the honor of my lifetime to serve this community in this role. And again, I'm so grateful and appreciative of the community who, like I said, has trusted me to lead these last 8 years. Also wanted to say thank you to just all of the community members in general who have always, reached out, engaged with us. offering feedback, talking to us, asking questions. It's really one of my favorite parts of the job is interacting with community members. And I really appreciate and have always enjoyed hearing from people in the community, learning about people, things that they're concerned about, things that they would like to see done. So I really appreciate that and really want to say thank you because it's a good reminder about why we are here in the first place. So thank you for that. To my colleagues, I have loved working with all of you, and you all bring something different and unique and to the table. You all have different skills, areas of expertise and knowledge, and that's a really fantastic thing. And just want to really encourage you as you move forward to continue to listen to each other, to work with each other, collaborate. And, even though I know that there are some differences of opinion on things, I know that the one thing that everybody up here has in common is love for this community. Everybody wants what's best for this community. I hope that that will always be your North Star as you continue to work and keep working towards new and innovative solutions for some of the issues that we're facing. Hope we can embrace some new ideas and some new ways of doing things. I also want to say thank you to the staff. Again, I know that it sounds a little cheesy to say it, but it really is true. We really do have some of the best people working on behalf of our community, our department heads, other people that are on staff here at the city. I would encourage people to get to know our staff and really learn about their areas of expertise, the things that they, all the things that they do. It really is incredible. And I was writing out some thank you notes earlier, and as I was doing that, I was writing them to different department heads. And as I was doing that, it really struck me how much you all have taught me and how much I have learned from our staff and our department heads. And it's such a gift, and I'm so appreciative of you sharing that, and I'm appreciative of everything you do for our community. I'm going to miss working with all of you. And then I just, again, I love being a public servant. I really do. It means a lot to me. And I love community work. And I am always going to be here to work on behalf of this community no matter what my role is, because I love it. I love all of you. And like I said, this community means everything to me. So thank you for everything over the last 8 years. And just want to say Merry Christmas Eve, and happy holidays to everyone. Hope you all have a wonderful and safe holiday with your family and friends. And that's all I have. City Attorney's report.
I'd just like to echo, I've enjoyed working with Megan over the 8 years she's been here, and had some interesting discussions with her over the years, and I'm sure I will continue to have discussions with her in the future about different types of issues. So, so I'll look forward to that. So thank you for your service. Also, as Kelly mentioned earlier, one of the new laws that was passed in the last legislative session, that all new council members, board members of any of the governmental entities have to go through basically an outline, a very basic outline of Chapter 21 and 22. As part of that, you have to be approved by the Iowa Public Information Board. I was asked by ECOG. I have been certified through them, and so I am going to be doing some of those seminars for people around the ECOG area, and then obviously anybody who wants to. It's for new board members, and so the people who have already been on the boards do not have to do it again. But if you want to have a refresher course, I'll be setting up some meetings here. It has to be at least an hour, but no longer than 2 hours. I'll guarantee it will only be an hour. So we'll be setting that up in the future if people want to do that. There's the League of Cities offers some trainings and stuff too. So whatever is easier for you. But I'm going to talk to some of the staff here about what boards they want to do and see if we can set up a meeting, so.
Thank you. Kevin, I think that you're the only person that really knows how much I swear in casual conversation. You're the only one. You've heard it all.
Yes.
You've heard me completely unfiltered.
Yes.
So, yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed all of our conversations, and, yeah, I'm sure we'll be in touch on
Yes.
some other things as well. All right. Committee and council members' reports. Let's start down at this end with Councilmember Goodrich.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. We had just a reminder that we did have a special time for you our last meeting, and during that time I read something that I had put together, and I just want to bring that up again, that during your tenure you helped guide Coralville through an incredible period of progress, and under your leadership we saw the construction and opening of Extreme Arena, Coralville hosting the 50th anniversary RAGBRAI, expanded recycling access with commingled bins and a drop-off area. We had the celebration of Coralville's 150th anniversary, the Diverging Diamond, or interchange at First Avenue and I-80. We had improvements to the wastewater treatment plant. We got to see your beautiful and memorable Fourth Fest basket auction cakes, and the passage of local option sales tax to support a new community recreation center. These accomplishments represent major milestones, and they reflect your commitment to making Coralville stronger, more vibrant, and more connected. And I want to personally thank you for your dedication over the last 8 years. Your work has made a lasting impact, and I truly wish you all the best as you take the next steps in continuing to make a positive difference. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I just want to note that all of those things were a collective effort. They were everybody at this table and our staff, and I am grateful that I got to see all of those things happen during my time in office. So thank you for that. Okay, Councilmember Peterson.
I'll just stay online with, talking about how great it has been working with you, Megan. I remember when we first met several moons ago, and through our collaboration and working together, you gave me the confidence to step up and help serve the community. Some people may think that's a curse, but some may think it's a blessing. Not sure. but thank you for that, because you helped build my confidence and make me believe that I had something to give to the community. So appreciate that. And you've always been very receptive, and you always answered your phone, so I appreciate that. And on that note, it's been nice to enjoy this beautiful weather. Unfortunately, we missed all of our luminary evening. I was looking forward to that. I really, really was. I know last year I complained about how many times I've been over to light up bags, but I actually enjoyed it. But tomorrow, I guess, or Christmas Day, we can all just go out and do some sun soaking or something, it sounds like. But Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody. And like I said, thank you for everything.
Thank you. All right, Councilmember Nguyen.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Got a couple of announcements here. Library closure for the holiday. Our library will be closed on December 24th and, Wednesday, December 24th, which is tomorrow, and Thursday, December 25th. They will also be closed on January 1st. So those are the closure for the holiday. They are also starting a community challenge tomorrow. From December 26th until January 31st. It's called Blind Date with a Cookbook. If you haven't participated in that community challenge, I would encourage you to. I did with my kids a couple of years ago, and we had a blast. how it worked is that the library picked out various cookbooks and they wrapped it without putting a title on there. You just go in there and you select whatever speaks to you without knowing exactly what it is. You take it home, you pick out a recipe in the cookbook, and then you film yourself making the recipe, whether by yourself, with your kid, with your family, and then submit that video and the submission form. As long as you turn it in by 5 o'clock on January 31st, you get to enter into the contest, and there's some cool prizes. But it's just fun to get to watch the video once they release it all, and just to see how, people put different spins onto the recipe. Because sometimes you cook and disaster happen, and you just gotta carry through, So I would encourage you, if you don't have grand plan for the holiday, check that out. 2 weeks ago, a week ago, this past Friday was the community meal that hosted at the rec center. And the food pantry and the rec center always partner together to host a December meal that kind of kick off the luminary weekends and, the soup suppers and all of that. And unfortunately, it was too cold, just like, Councilor Peterson said that we didn't have luminary. But the meal happened, and we served 415 meal at the site, and then was able to build another 200 plus meal to send it to the community fridge, so that the community member can continue to enjoy that. Thank you to all of the partners who make that a successful meal. We could not have done it without the help and the great partnership from the rec center, from RX for Prevention, who offer a vaccine. And some amazing community chef, and also professional chef that actually came and helped us flip 700 hamburgers. It's a lot of hamburgers. And then thank you to everyone who showed up and showed out and enjoyed the meal with us. Pantry closure. So the community food pantry will be closed starting tomorrow, December 24 until Saturday, December 27. If you need food, there is community. There's also local, smaller neighborhood pantry all around that you can access that too. And they will be open back up on the 30th of December, which is next Tuesday. I would also like to wish a happy retirement to David Clark, our wastewater superintendent. So happy retirement, whatever you choose to do. And I have to say, it's bittersweet. I have served with Megan for, I think, the first year as a colleague, as a council person, and have the honor to serve under her when she assumed the mayor position. Thank you for paving the way and for breaking the glass ceiling for us to be able to follow suit. I think me having a seat here have a lot to do with what you have done. So thank you for that. I'm going to miss your steadfast leadership. I'm going to miss your deep compassion and care for our community. And I'm going to miss your dedicated service to our community. But I'm happy that you're staying around. So just come and, bother us here as a resident, and hold us accountable.
All right.
On what we do. So, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to everyone. However you celebrate, there's no right or wrong way. For my family, it is really just a time where we come together and be with one another. If you travel, safe travels, please. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. Councilmember Vogelzang.
Megan, sounds like we've got a hug fest going on here tonight. But, no, I just want to echo too. I appreciate your your leadership and your service, and I want to thank you for that. So, thank you. We had I consider it an honor to have honored the Ukrainian women's wrestling team. They're quite some competitors. It was a real. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but it was that whole evening was very enjoyable. To both Anita and I both really enjoyed it. And the other great thing is I don't know how many pounds of food we collected, but did we ever get a total?
1,000, yeah.
1,000 pounds of food?
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot about that too, so
Yeah.
thank you for
No,
that
it was
partnership.
great. It was a great event. And, I want to extend gratitude toward Josh Schomburger and everybody that was involved in that whole event. It was really, really great. In particular to see those ladies who obviously have really enjoyed their time here in Coralville and the Iowa City area, and especially thinking about the training facilities that they have to go through in Ukraine. Josh said they train in bunkers, and it's it was a reminder to me again about how many things we take for granted here that we have here. So anyway, the showcase stage was showcased again yesterday. That was really remarkable. It was really good job. So it turned out really, really great. And I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a safe, healthy, and happy New Year. Be safe. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Last but not least.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I wanted to start by thanking you kind of indirectly here. We all, or several of us, had the opportunity to participate in the Women's Build Habitat House Build on Saturday, and it was a wonderful event. And I think the last time I was in a home that crowded was probably a Saturday night back when I was in college. The turnout was incredible for that. It was wall to wall, and I just I think it was symbolic of what you meant to this community. I mean, you were called on to make a few comments, and you just nailed it like you always do. Very, very impressive. Bring everybody together. Talking about all the organizations with your institutional knowledge that have contributed to projects like that. I always have confidence that you're going to hit the nail on the head in those situations. I've seen you do it time and time again, and we're going to miss you tremendously. So just wanted to offer that up, and again, wish everybody happy holidays and a happy New Year. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Okay, with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Peterson,
Second.
seconded by Vogelzang. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you.